Hello and welcome back to another episode of your favourite ginger. Gonna go cook something in the woods. Well, not necessarily the woods this time. We're down by the River Trent. There's an island that I've been wanting to kind of get to for some time. I've been waiting for the water levels to recede to see if we can actually get on there, but there is every possibility that we won't be able to. Trails are quite busy today. Hi, you're right. As I've just walked past the Trent back there, and the water level is quite high, so there's every possibility that the island I want to get to isn't going to be accessible. But you know, if not, I've got a plan B. Always need a plan B. But we're going to be passing the weir field, and that'll give us a better idea of how high the water level is. Looking at it, it's not looking good. Not looking good at all. A lot higher than expected. I thought we was actually going to get away with it, but no, definitely not. Normally there's like a couple of steps levels that you can see, but there's not as many there now. So this is the weir field. Sorry, no, that is the weir field. Normally it gets absolutely flooded, but as you can see over there, all that is underneath water. So that part normally floods before we get it over this side. But yeah, water's quite high, but we're going to try and get down to where we want to go anyway. We shall try, not for the want of trying. I'll go and have a little bit of a walk down here, and I'll bring you back when we get a little bit closer to the part where I was planning on cooking. Unfortunately, I really don't think we're going to be able to. Water level, like you see, it's literally lapping over the edge. So, and over here, everything's underwater. Normally that's like land, normally. Right, anyway, bring it back when we're a little bit closer to where I'm going to be setting. Okay, so we're a little bit further down, and we're not actually at the spot yet, but everywhere is underwater. So, as I was walking down, I had the idea of just going and sitting right in the middle of the field over there. Now, it's wasteland. It's not used for crops or anything like that. Well, it's not wasteland. It's a natural floodplain. So I can't see there being a problem with me going and doing it. We are going to go a little bit further down to see if we can get to it, that's the island there. Now the ducks are having a whale of a time. They're well happy, darting around and mucking about, fighting actually. No? Mating? Not quite sure, but we'll sort of leave them to it, I reckon. But as it stands, I am not going to be able to get on the island today. There's no way of getting across to it. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're good. So, yeah, there's no way of getting across. Normally you can get down this little divot and then cross over. I'm not about to start climbing over trees and stuff. It's a shame. Now, I kind of had the idea ages ago, and it was actually like this then, but that's where I wanted to go, so we're gonna have to leave that for another day. Not one to admit defeat. I will be over there and I will be cooking. Most deaf. But anyway, so there's another spot I want to check out, which is kind of completes the walk as well, because obviously this is my exercise as well. Ooh. Can I get down there? Is this passable? Is it passable? Passable or possible? Just get up over this. You can tell the water's been down here recently. No, it's not passable. If I was a rat, I could scurry across that branch. But look, that's the island over there, look. It's quite big, but, you know, separated by... I thought I was on it then. I thought we was actually going to get it, but unfortunately not. So now I've got to figure out how I got down here and try and get back up. Yeah, it was worth a shot, worth having a look. Now if I do see a way over, I will certainly be going over there, because it was where I actually planned on cooking. So to not be able to cook there is annoying, but that's life. That is, you know, nature does its own thing. It doesn't care what we want, it just does its own thing. But it's a very, very nice day. Glorious almost. Some rugby match going on over there. Nottingham Casuals. I used to play for them years ago. Absolute yonkos ago. And still looking to see if I can get over onto the island, because it is quite big. I'm not even sure that that's part of the same island there, or whether it's a separate bit. But yeah, it's still inaccessible. And I don't plan on getting wet today. Whew. But for now, I'm just going to go for a walk. I'm going to put the camera away. I'm going to record some time-lapse footage of the trail, and that'll keep you going until I actually get where I'm going to be, which could possibly be down the bottom of this track. It could also possibly be in the middle of that field, because these tracks are very busy. Dog walkers, cyclists. Now that doesn't bother me, but the further away I am from, let's say, dog walkers, the safer the dogs are, because the fuel I'm using is liquid. It's extremely flammable, and if one comes bowling over and knocks the stove, if I'm just down by the water there, and yeah, it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. So right, proper game, that rugby, a proper game. None of this getting paid millions for kicking a bag of air around a field. Right, anyway, let's crack on with this walk, and we'll see further up if there's anywhere that I can find that is suitable, because ideally I want it to be by the river, and just, you know, chilling on the river, really. That was the plan, but sometimes plans change, but the goal remains the same. I've dropped the bike and the trailer off at a mate of mine, and I brought down a bottle of homemade mead as well, so we're going to be sipping some of that when we get back. And one of his neighbours was instantly curious as to what was going on, so I explained to him how to make it, and he's gone and checked the other channel out, and yeah, he seems quite happy. He's going to give himself a go, give it a go. Okay, so I didn't find anywhere further down. There is another place that I had an idea. There's a park and ride. I'm not sure if everyone knows what that is. So basically, you literally park your car and then use public transport. It saves you having to take your car into the city, which then gets you a parking charge and all that kind of job, which can be quite expensive to park in the city. So people do that. But unfortunately, right next to where I want to be, there is an extremely busy overpass. So I'm going to go check it out. I'm going to see what the level of noise is, and see what's what. Now, it is a little bit of like a woodland, which is why I've got the idea of going there as my plan B. But we've also got plan C, which I thought of as coming down here, which is in the middle of that field. Now, the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking it's going to be in the middle of that field because it's just quiet. You know, it is just quiet. You can hear the only thing you can really hear is the sound of the water and the people playing rugby. There's no real road traffic, and I kind of like it because on the live it's going to be a lot better. But that said, it's pretty windy, so it might very well be in the woods is going to be the better one because I don't use the microphone while I'm live because it just drains battery and I need to be able to charge my phone, yada yada yada, all that boring jazz. So I'm going to walk down the end of this road. We're going to get into the bit that I think I'm going to go look at, and we'll see whether we're setting up there. There's a big possibility thinking about it because it is windy, but I'll bring you back when we're just entering and we'll go and have a look together. So we're getting closer to the spot now. And what it is, it's near a pump track, so like a little bike track. And there's like a trail at the back, like a skills loop. Now, it's extremely overgrown for the most part, so I can't see anyone trying to use it. But we're going to give it a couple of minutes. I'm going to sit there a couple of minutes and see what happens. Just see if it's usable. We are right near a busy road, like literally just at the top of that hill. Busy road, but it is sheltered from the wind. This is part of the trail. It does look like there's bike tracks down there, and it looks like they've recently cut it all back. So the bikes come over these rocks and things like that, mountain bikes and that, and it just builds people's skills. Which now they've cut it all back, it's kind of problematic. I might not be able to use it, depending if there's anyone at the pump track. So this is the, like I say, the skills area where you can come and brush up your mountain biking skills. They've got some, I think it's called North Shore boardways and things like that. Now this is where I had in my mind that I was going to set up on this boardway, or using the boardway somehow, but it's slightly angled, so I'm not actually going to because I don't like it. But there is a very nice rock right here which looks like it could be our thing. Or I could just go set up in the trees. Yeah, this ain't bad, is it? Nice flat ground. I think we'll set up here. Or do I go back? Decisions. I'm going to have a quick ponder as to what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this bag off, dig out some water because I'm really thirsty, and we'll be back with a plan. Okay, the plan is to set up here. There is a busy road, I have mentioned that, but I feel that being blocked by the wind is going to help us a lot. It's really windy over the other side of that road. The bank is blocking it, the trees are helping, so we're going to set up here. Let's get it done. Okie dokie, so first things first, we need to get some water on for the rice. We'll cook the rice, then we'll deal with the sauce. That's how we're rocking and rolling. So let's get that sorted. We've got some fuel, which is always important. Got some pepper. We've actually got some measuring devices. Last time I did the when I did the sagaloo, I literally just lobbed loads of things in. We're going to actually be measuring stuff this time. Maybe not. I might just lob in whatever feels good. Who knows? I'm a bit crazy like that. So yeah, watch this space. We've got some utensils, or do I? I've got my spatula. Where is the spork? I smell something burning, like fuel or something. It's not me. I've not even started the thing yet. Got my utensils. Where's my spork? I'm going to be eating it off the spatula if I haven't brought a spork. That's for sure. Got my bottle opener. Got my cable ready to rock and roll to charge the dog and bone, which is pretty much on its last legs. Battery on it's just absolutely shocking these days. I am due a new one, but it's just the thought of being stuck in a contract again for X amount of bloody years, you know? It just doesn't sound like fun. We've got some gloves. There we go. We've got a grabber. We've got a melted spork. Gloves are because I'm going to be chopping up some chili, and I have a habit of touching my face and rubbing my nose. So I really don't want to get it in my eyes, ears, or anywhere else. I don't want to get chili anywhere really, other than in the flipping dish. So we've got some flipping disposable gloves. We've got quite a few disposable gloves actually, which is good. I've positioned it so we can kind of get a bit of the sun, but not total sun. So I'm not like frazzling off here. I'm gonna keep. I've seen bees about, so I'm assuming wasps are about. I'm gonna keep my spray ready. I'm not gonna spray myself because I'm not too bothered about the mozzies just yet. There doesn't seem to be all that much mozzie activity. That's the coriander, ground coriander. Got some pepper as well, just in case I feel like it. Right. Yeah, tidy little setup to be fair. There's absolutely no one around. I don't know why, but the park and ride seems deserted. Don't know. I am not the knowing. Let's stop that workout. So 2.9 miles from my mate's house to here. That's a good walk. It'll be about the same back. You know, if you go that far this way, you got to go that far that way. But we're going to be taking the canal back, which should be nice and scenic. So there will be a bit of time-lapse footage for that because we'll be recording here, doing the outro here, and I might throw in a bit of the canal walk as the outro maybe. Who knows? Who knows what I'm going to do? You probably know more than me because I don't even know what I'm going to do. So we've got a bit of prep to do. So let's quickly move this down here. And we can start the rice water off. I didn't bring any stock cube actually. Normally I would. And that bloody great big chuffing clouds come across and block the sun. I've got my my jacket just in case, but I don't plan on wearing it. Let's try and make that a bit flatter if we can, sort of. And we're just going to get some water heated up for the rice. I've got a limited amount of rice, and I have promised my mate Dave that I will be bringing him back some grub. He makes me laugh. He says, I explained to him what it was, and he says, so it's like an Indian chili con carne. And I was like, yes, Dave, it's like an Indian chili con carne. I was like, I don't think people are going to be happy about you saying that, mate. But it's all it's all for the crack, isn't it? We do this for the fun. It doesn't have to be serious. I probably drank a bit too much water, to be honest. Let's get all the water in there. Actually, no, not all the water in there because we need some of the water for the dish. Silly sausage. So we'll have that much water for the rice and hope that it's all right, because I kind of chugged a bit of it and didn't think it through really, did I? Good old Chuggington. And I've put it in the wrong one. I need it in the one that I can put a lid on, because that will make it more efficient. Right, so let's get chopping some grunion. Is how we're doing it. 1 grunion. I need to go quickly check what the recipe is and how it's done. Chop an onion. Start ourselves a trash pile over there. I always get rid of that first layer. I'd hate it. I flipping hate it. Always think it's going to be good, but it never is. It's just always crap. So bye-bye. Bye-bye. Even when you cook it, it's still like leathery and stuff. I hate it. I'm not one for waste, but you know, if it's not usable to me, it's not usable to me. So it can get gone. Is what it can do. So chop it down the middle, move it to the side, and we're just gonna get in there. I do not have any chef knife skills at all, so it is just what it is, you know. Just having a go, mate, and having a bloody good time doing it. I'm gonna have to put my jacket back on though. Flipping clouds come in. Needs to bugger off. Is what it needs to do. I think I can put the coriander in with the ghee for now, and we can pop that onion. There is outside in everything. It is going all over. It's from me stepping over it all the time. I'm going to do it again. Just cutting some slices into it. Woo! Like so. Nearly got onion in the eye. Doesn't matter how fine you do it, really. Depends how you like your onions, I suppose. It's all down to preference, isn't it? Now, I do have cumin seeds, but I misunderstood the recipe. And I've brought cumin powder instead. It's going to be fine. I'm sure. Oh, let's crack a beer. Although, actually, though, this isn't a beer. This is a cider. This is Knight's Vintage Hereford Cider. Medium dry vintage cider from the heart of Hereford, England. So we're going to give this a go. Just spotted it in the shop. Available from Tesco's. Can't remember how much it was. £3? £3 something. It's cool to just give it a go. People staring at me just went by on a bus. I bet they're thinking, what on earth is that bloke doing in there? I didn't think about it. Buses going by and stuff. I'm starting a new trash pile over there. Oh, that's good. 8.4% though. So that's got some bite to it, that. Let's pop it over there. Rice water is boiling. So, as you would do with your rice water, is a bit of salt, if you so wish. Some people don't, I do. Rice goes in. That is not a lot of rice. Dave might have to cook himself some rice to have with this, because I think that's going to probably just about do me. Okay, back on with the lid, and that'll be cooking. That is pretty much all of the prep. The rice is cooking. Yeah, rice is in. We're going to need that for the strainer. Now, I bought both fry pans because I want one to warm the naan up after. Once everything else is done, we're going to need to be heating the naan up. Just hold this back up here so we can see the magic. And let's get this, double check that this rice is not stuck to the bottom, because that is my hate, which is why I use the non-stick now. Because it is better. One I haven't tried though is the hard anodized. I haven't tried those ones. Don't have any experience with them. Let's pop this jacket back on because it's gone bloody cold now. The sun's buggered off. Fancy that, man. But you know, that's it. That's outdoors, isn't it? Easy come, easy go. I mean, there's lots of hazel bushes around here. You can see the new leafage coming through. Hazel, looks like hawthorn as well. Some quite big hawthorn. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to go to the live, and I shall hopefully see you over there. Right, guys, we're back for the main video. Just finished the live. I am not even kidding you. This might be my new favorite curry. Now, my favorite curry of all times is a goan. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but I think it's called a goan. Goan. And I had one of those curries, and it was done by Spice Taylor. I think I did it on the channel, and that was my favorite curry of all times. This is now up there, and I can't bloody believe it's not got meat in. I'm actually kind of annoyed at myself for liking it so much, but it is absolutely tremendous. Rajma Chawal with a bit of naan bread, some basmati rice. I mean, I've showed you the picture already, but this is next level. It's not too spicy. It has plenty of spice though. The flavors all coming together, just I have no words. It is terrific. It is amazing. It is colossal. It's also cold now. But I shit you not. Excuse the language. That is amazing. I'm going to share this recipe because mine's a little bit different to the one that I borrowed. I've just adjusted it slightly in the quantities because I couldn't look at my phone at the same time as record. So I was unable to say exactly what went in it. But absolutely fantastic. And the Cobra beer with a curry, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about this beer with curry, but it just works. I think it's like extra maltiness. It's really, really malty. Anyway, this is not a beer channel. That's me signing out. I'm going to do an outro. I'm going to walk up the canal. I'm going to go to my mate's yard. We're going to drink some mead. And then I might walk home. I've got my bike with me because to carry that bag down to where I started from, it's probably 2 miles in itself. I've already walked 2.9 to get here, so I assume it's going to be about the same to get back. But a bit of a different scenery. I'm going to do a time lapse going through the thing, so please do stick around for that. And if you're not bothered, don't. I don't care. Just remember, you could do this outdoors. I'm no different from you. All I did is one day had the idea, I'm going to go cook something outside. I dug my trangia out of the shed and I just did it. And sometimes that's all it takes. And now look, I've got a channel that's 325 strong in less than a year. I don't know what it is, but you guys obviously like seeing this stuff, so I'm going to keep doing it. Not because you like it, because I bloody like it. It's just immeasurable is a word I would use to describe how this feels. Sun's going down. I'm getting a bit cold. I'm glad I've got my jacket. I nearly left it at my mate Dave's house. But anywho, I'm going to scoff the crap out of this. I've saved Dave some naan bread and some of the curry. He's going to be well happy. I'm going to drop him a message, ask him whether he wants to cook himself some rice for it, because there was only enough rice for me. What are you doing in there? Come on, look at this guy. Little knobhead in my food. You're a mosquito, mate. And here's me saying I wasn't bothered about the mozzies. Little bugger. He was straight in there. He's like, that's better than your blood, bro. Right. I'm out. I need to get this phone charged. Because it's dying of death. I shall see you guys on the next one. I've had another random challenge by Nige. Taffy Nige. Eggs Benedict is what he wants to see. So that is what we're going to be doing next week. Another subscriber challenge. I flipping love it. I'd much rather bring you stuff that you'd like to see instead of me randomly putting shit together. So yeah, nice one, Nige. Hopefully you're not on a tech holiday when I do it next weekend. Right, let's blow this joint. Scoff the crap out of this. Drink that beer. Let's get gone. So as always, there's the money shot. We've absolutely left no trace. I have even covered over the holes where the seat dug into the ground ever so slightly. I'm just going to kick a bit of debris over the top of where I've packed down, and no one will ever know that I was here, apart from you guys, immortalised on YouTube as being here. But some of you don't even know where here is, so, you know, we're all right. We're all right. Anyway, thank you very much. I'm going to get gone, and I'll catch you on the next one.